Alright, so I was gonna make a layout for this, and then I got lazy and didn't. So, the thing I was gonna put in the layout is basically Vraelis' maps and notes, which you can access that with the !wiz1 command. So I highly recommend everybody have that open, because that's what I'm going to be referencing for a lot of things. So if you want to follow along with the map or the actual route, that's what we'll be working off of. It's a great map and a great text guide, but I figure the SHAR-20 runners and anybody else interested in the series might need a better, like, basic intro to the game. And you'll have me here to ask questions as we go through. So the first thing you'll see on the title screen, Start Game, Select Switch. Select Switch is basically options. You can have the maze be solid walls or lines. If you put it to line, that's like how it was back in the PC days where there were no graphics and stuff. So, give me 1 second here. So yeah, that solid is good, and then music sound on off. That's all that's really in there. Some people play with the music off because the constant battle themes get annoying occasionally. But yeah, title screen. Here's a bunch of places you can go. We're gonna go through all of them in detail, but the first place you'll want to go is Edge of Town. And you go to the training grounds. This is where you can create characters and do all these things. Now, the very first thing you do in the run is delete everybody. And the reason for that is because it will reinitialize the game data. It's basically like resetting the console or turning it off or whatever doesn't erase your characters or your saves. So if you want to start a new run, you have to do this. So you delete everybody. And you go to delete one more time and it says this. So now, if I were doing a run, as soon as I hit reset here is where the run would start. So it'd be like blam. But we're not actually doing a run yet, but that's where that would start. So if you inspect some folks, you can see that there's a pre-made party that you get. We'll go into Gilgamesh's Tavern and oh, we don't want to do that yet. We'll inspect them. We'll go over some statistics and like why things are the way they are. These are the G. Let me get my cursor here. These are alignment. So good, 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 neutral, good, good. You can be good, neutral, or evil, and certain classes can only be certain. Certain classes can only be certain alignments. Like clerics can't be neutral; they have to be good or evil. Thieves can't be good, they have to be neutral or evil. Lords have to be good. Samurais can't be evil. Ninjas have to be evil, and stuff like that. But we're not going to worry about too much of that for the speedrun. One thing you do want to know is all these characters are complete garbage. Because they have, even if you're not familiar with the game, these are terrible rolls. So basically, the human race has really like balanced but low stats, and to become a fighter you need 11 strength. So the game says, okay, this is a fighter with 11 strength, and all the other stats are default, and that's not very good. But yeah, quick rundown. You need to have 11 strength or higher to be a fighter, 11 IQ or higher to be a mage, 11 piety or higher to be a cleric. Vitality affects healing rolls and level up bonus HP. Agility is good for getting combat initiative, I think both surprising monsters and dodging them, like not getting hit. And luck is just luck. You don't really need to care too much about that. So in this, I'll go back to the screen in a second, but in this group we have 2 fighters, cleric, a thief, and 2 mages. They're all pre-made. But because they're pre-made, their stats are garbage, like we said. So like, we'll look at this mage. They have 1 spell. I don't know what just happened there. Give me 1 second. That was a weird series of events. Make sure I didn't like hotkey the big screen. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway. So yeah, 11 IQ, he's a mage. Garbage stats. IQ not only affects, I believe it affects combat roll damage for spells and how you level up or how many spells you get when you level up. There's later on in the game we're going to need a certain spell in level 5 here. So. But what we want to do for the speedrun is create 2 characters. I'm going to link this here again. But we'll spam this link all day. And it's pinned in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord and you want to be, I'll dump that command too. But all these utilities and resources and guides and stuff will all be in the Discord and the Shardcore 20 channel. But, so we're going to create character. Name doesn't matter at all. I usually just do one. It says create this character. Tested for code, the doctor asked me to expose himself.
Oh boy!
Alright. So anyway, characters start at level 1. So let's go, yes, create this character. You can choose a race. I'm going to save state here, just for ease of use. If we pick human, when you pick your race, the next thing you pick is your alignment. You can, for the purposes of this speedrun, you want both characters to be whatever, like both good, both neutral, both evil. It doesn't really matter all that much. So I'll just stick with good. And there's a bonus roll. So you can put 7 points into these shitty stats. This would be a terrible mage. Because humans suck at everything. We'll back out to here, because I parked the safe state back here. Elves are good spellcasters, because they start with different stats. They start with 10 IQ and 10 piety. They're elves, so they're weaker physically. Okay agility, and luck is just whatever, so. You want, for your mage, at least 18 IQ, which is as high as it can go. And if you get a better bonus roll, you dump the rest into vitality and agility. The reason for this, and we'll try and get a better roll. I guess we can go through all the races, actually. Dwarves make good fighters, because they start with good strength, good vitality, and they make decent clerics because of the piety. Agility there. They're not agile, obviously they're dwarves. They're the hardy, party armor fighty dudes. But for the purposes of the speedrun, this would be fine. A fighter with 18 strength is all I really need. You can keep it. Gnomes. Let me park a save again. Gnomes make good priests as well. Overall, they're probably one of the weakest classes in the game. I like never use gnomes. Like an elf does everything a gnome does, but better, other than the agility. I feel like. So. Then we have a hobbit. Oh. If you were gonna make a thief, you'd have to be neutral or evil. So make a neutral hobbit. He has a shit ton of agility and luck to start with. These have been bad bonus rolls. So let's say. Let's go back here. Alright, so we're gonna roll an elf. It'd be a good elf. We got a 9 bonus. That's not bad. Spend all the points, pick mage, hit no, and it'll kick you back out to the create screen, and you can try again. The caveat to this whole thing is that character creation is part of the speedrun. So at some point you're gonna have to go, this is good enough, I just gotta get the run going. And as you get faster with the menuing, you can kind of roll for bonuses like this. Don't keep, create, to, start, A, down, A. You have to spend all the points, do that. I probably would have reset this run already. At bare minimum, this is what you want. you want 18 IQ on the mage. You really want to have a higher roll than that for later on in the game, which we're going to try and farm out if we can. Alright, 15's not bad. We can max that out. I don't care about the vitality all that much. Probably should. Alright, so that's part 1 of the speedrun, is we now have a fighter and our mage. So, I'm gonna go through this screen quickly. You'll see the screen for any character. They have experience points. They have none because we just created them. Gold. It's all we really need. We're only gonna buy 2 things in the entire game, so. So if it says read, you can read the mage spells. It doesn't tell you what they do unless you. Maybe it does in the manual or something, but we're gonna go over that real quick as we go and as we get spells. So Halido is a single target damage spell for like 3 to 8 or whatever it is. It's not a lot of damage, but it's enough to do what we need to do in level 2 to kill the coins and shit like that. Catino is a sleep spell. Has a chance to put monsters to sleep, which is very helpful in some instances. And a Doomapic shows you your coordinates in the maze. We'll get into that later. But yeah, this guy's, level 1, good, mage, elf. No experience, here's some money. He has 2 HP, which is terrible. I might actually roll another one. Because 2 HP, he's gonna probably get destroyed by the coins. So we don't really want that to happen. Age, he's 16. There is an aging mechanic in the game. You'll never have to worry about it in the speedrun or even a casual playthrough. I've never had a character get above, like, 20. The whole gimmick behind it was, to kind of, like, hard lock people into not dying a lot. I'll explain that in a second. So, Gilgamesh's Tavern is where we're going to add our team. We start with just the fighter and the mage we created. We listen to this awesome music for a couple seconds while I drink water. So good. Anyway. Yeah, this is where you add our people. So in the Adventurer's Inn, it serves 2 purposes. You can sleep there to regain your spells and to see if you're eligible for the next level. You don't gain levels in the dungeon in this game. You gain whatever XP, and then you come back to town. And when you sleep at the in the Adventurer's Inn, that's when it triggers the level up. And you can do multiple level ups in a row, which you'll see when we kill the first coin pack later on. We'll come back and our mage will be level 5. We'll get to that, a little bit later. So the stables take 1 day, but time exists in a vacuum. So if I just keep hitting A for no reason. He's really advancing 1 day at a time in his age. Doesn't really matter. But time exists in a vacuum, like I said, so even though 1 is aging, 2 is not aging during this time. It's really strange. Stables are a day, and everything else, it costs money per week. This would also heal you. You'd spend money to stay for a week and get your HP back. But there's not really any need to do that. I mean, I guess technically we could do it in this run. If you took damage and stuff. So. But in general, even if you stay like a bunch of weeks, you'll never hit the age cap, especially in a speedrun. The age cap, I don't remember where it is. If your character gets into like the 40s or 50s, I think, in age, and they die, there's a chance that they're lost forever. We'll get into the death mechanic in a little bit here. So Boltax Trading Post, as you might imagine, is the shop with nice whimsical little music. What's going on, Avidrock? They're a little bit through the beginning of the tutorial. I'll highlight this out later and put the whole thing up so you can catch up on that. So there's a lot of things you can do. You can buy, you can sell, you can uncurse cursed items. You won't have to worry about that for the run. Identifying items, you don't have to worry about that for the run either. We buy 2 things in the entire speedrun. Go buy a long sword for the fighter. And either a dagger or a staff for the mage. I usually buy the staff just because. But you might be going, wait, Char, your armor class is 10, which is terrible. Why are you not buying armor? Well, there is armor. It's kind of pricey. Our mage can't really use any of it. You know, the fighter can use a lot of the shit that's in here. However, armor class in this game is broken. It does not work. Whether you have 10 armor class or minus 30 armor class, you still have the same chance of getting hit. It does not matter. That makes sense. So, yeah, armor class of 10 is the same as an armor class of like minus 30 because they bugged it out in this version. In the PC version, I think it works. It still works fine. That's a double-edged sword. One is because you don't need to buy any armor. Two is things can still hit you relatively easily. So, and our mage has 2 HP, so this would be kind of a gamble of a run if we were going to do this. So here's a Temple of Cant. If you run into a problem that you don't have a priest for, or a cleric in this game, like somebody gets poisoned or paralyzed or dead, you can go to the Temple of Cant, pay them money, and get your character back. Won't have to worry about that in this speedrun, because we're going to do a lot of save scumming. And then Edge of Town is where we were before, training grounds, maze. We'll get into the out party in a second. Maze is, you know, the maze. You go down into the dungeon. Yeah, there's some stuff like that in these games too. I think Wizardry 5 has like an Ankh of Youth that drops your age by 1. And in certain other games, like Wizardry Guide 4...
Missed it by that much.
Oh, hi.
Oh yeah, what's going on? Thanks for the 10 bits. In Wizardry Gaiden 4, Throb of the Demon's Heart, great game. I believe you can actually start your characters at like level 3 or 4 at the expense of like 3 to 4 years of their lives. There's some different mechanics in different games, but being that this is the first one, they didn't do a whole ton of stuff. You can also hit B to switch between these. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that. Alright, that was kind of long-winded for the first part of the little tutorial here. Just real quick, I can go into this. There's 7 levels of mage and cleric spells. We're going to learn up to the 5th level a spell called Machinito. Also, for anybody just joining or who's interested in this, you can follow along with what I'm going to be doing there. I'm going to be adding in a lot of stuff that's not on that guide, like going through all the different stats, etc., etc. But so going to the maze, you want to equip the things you just did. So longsword for the guy, staff for the other guy. I really don't like the 2 HP here. I probably wouldn't run this normally, but we're gonna give it a try. Any questions before we venture out into the maze about character creation, different things in town, etc.? Anything you need that anybody wants to know more about real quick? There are multiple ways to do this run. Doing it this way is probably the faster and arguably easier way. It's just very RNG gated. So we're gonna venture forth into the maze. You can hit start to like bring that up and down. Let's see where we're at here in the guide. So, we want to get a pack of creeping coins down in level 2. Level 2, if you follow the map, is the far left part of the map. That little like loop around into level 2. Hey Rek'Sai. Yeah, you can actually change that. You can make it. You can make the graphics back to like the PC version with the lines and stuff. But this is a good thing. So go to level 2. Very easy to get to. Go down this hallway, in this door, make a left, we're in level 2. Okay, well, we're gonna have a fight first. So now we're in level 2. Level 2 is where you can find the creeping coins. If you follow along with the map, there's red lines that Raelis made. Go through this door. Go to the wall. And here's what we're gonna explain a couple more mechanics here. I'm gonna hit B to go to camp. So now that I've done that, if anything goes wrong, I can go, oh shit, reset. Go back into the game. Restart an out party. And we're right back where we just saved. This is called save scumming. It's used in a lot of games. It's used in this one pretty heavily. I would say extremely heavily. You don't have to do it, like, if you wanted to actually play the game normally and have some challenge, like, you wouldn't save scum. That's kind of the base of the difficulty there, as Retro Shim has been experiencing. So there are certain doors in the game. When you bust open the door, or walk through the door, one of the two, it can trigger an encounter. Like that. So we're actually going to kill this guy if we can. Alright. You don't need anything out of chests, don't worry about that. We killed that guy, I'm gonna quick save reset. Oops. Restart our party, now we're back down here. But, we're back down here with the experience that we got for killing the guy. To get to level 5, we need to kill 13 creeping coins. And you'll see what those are when we actually get a fight. Or 12 creeping coins and a level 1 mage. So we hit the level 1 mage, that's good. We're gonna fight so we can run, because this encounter will not go away until we win or leave a group of friendly monsters. And if we get another one, I'll show you what that means. So a friendly group of gas clouds. So throughout your traversing the dungeon, or traversal of the dungeon, I guess, you'll run into friendly groups of enemies. Which basically means they don't necessarily want to fight you for one reason or another. And you have two options. You can fight them anyway, or you can hit leave. Leave essentially wipes the encounter, so if I hit leave, the encounter's gone. Luckily we can hit B to hit camp, reset. Back to the out party, click the button, and it resets the encounter. There's other doors in this hallway that have encounters. It's kind of shown on the map that we linked to earlier on the Wiz1 map there. So the first RNG gate is getting the creeping coins encounter. Also, it said you surprise the monsters. Quick mechanic note, if you get a surprise round like this, you can't cast any spells during the surprise round. And the same holds true for the enemies. If the enemies surprise you, all they can do is melee fight. Or breathe, I think. You can't use spells in a surprised combat state. Run doesn't always work either, by the way. Alright, so the man in robes ran away, so that actually wipes the encounter. You get no XP for that because he ran like a bitch. We'll just... Hey, Cactuar. Yeah, we're doing a tutorial today. Once I get through the tutorial, I'll try to do a run or two, just for the hell of it. So there's a few things you'll want to watch out for. If I was to fail a run here, and the gas clouds like poison somebody, that'd be an instant reset. As long as the combat doesn't finish, whatever happens in that battle doesn't happen if you reset, and that's the save scum. So like if we get surprised and somebody blasts my mage, or we get poisoned or whatever, we just reset and we're good. Like that, 2 is killed. Alright, so that's really bad. Like, oh no, our mage is dead. Whoop, no, he's not. Okay, out party. Everybody's alive. Small objects. That's the creeping coin. like unidentified version. When you go through the maze, you can either see what the enemies actually are, or you get like a kind of a vague description, like man in robes or small objects. We know that the small objects are the creeping coins, so we're gonna fight them. There's 12 of them. There's 3 things they can do. One is they can attack you, and they can hit for 1, so the mage could get fucked here. They can breathe on the party, which does 0 damage and just waste time. It's good that it doesn't hurt us. Or they can call for help. And that's generally a good thing in this first fight if you haven't already killed a mage to get the XP that you need, because 12 small objects is not enough. 13, if they get a successful call for help, is enough, or just the 12 and a man in robes, a level 1 mage or whatever they're called. So, in combat, fight, parry, run. Take back is just like back out that command, because things don't happen until you actually like cement them. So the fighter's going to be hitting this top group as much as he can. The mage is going to cast Catino. He's going to try to put as many to sleep as we can, that way there's just less chances of the mage getting hit. And you might notice, like, get my clicky. So 6 small objects, parentheses 6. That's how many monsters are not incapacitated. That's like combat ready, available to fight. If we put 3 of them to sleep, this would say 3, assuming we hadn't killed any in this round. So you put in all your inputs that you're gonna do, and you hit fight. So you can do a couple things. You can mash A. Mash A is stupid. You can hold the D-pad in any direction, and it'll just blow through the combat text. It's a little bit slower than setting the actual in-game timer to advance it, but it's a lot safer, because if you go, oh shit, somebody died or got poisoned or whatever, you have time to reset before the combat settles. I'm gonna continue the other group. I'm gonna just hold the D-pad. We have 1 Halito, we're just gonna cast it. Halito does like 3 to 5 or 3 to 8 or whatever damage. So you can just hold right now and mash A, and pray that your mage doesn't get hit. Alright, mage got hit. They're a little bit harder to hit, because we're level 1 with, like, no gear. I'm actually gonna save state this, just so we can get this fight out of the way, in case the mage gets killed. Just so we can, like, get this going. So they give you 5,520 XP. I don't think we actually got any, extra... I don't think they called for help. Which is fine. So yeah, we'll quick save, just in case anything goes awry. We're gonna go back to town. It's a very short trip, both to the coins and back to town. So we know we have enough for level 5. That's the last thing the fighter does in this game. For the rest of the run, we are now using only the mage. Which you would think a squishy dude is like... not good, but he's gonna be super strong, so... He's got more coins to go farm. So we're gonna go to the inn. We're actually gonna use the cot to get his HP back. It's not a big deal. Made the level, learn spells, vitality, luck, and 2 hit points. You can lose stats in this game when you level up, so you lost strength. You can't lose HP on leveling, and you can't lose spells on leveling, but you can lose any of the actual 6 main attributes, strength, piety, etc. Yeah, you want as many hit points as you can get. So now you look at him, he's level 5. He's got more spells now, this is good. So we're gonna read what we got. Dilto and Sopic you're probably never gonna cast those in the run. It's just like to make things easier to hit or make you harder to hit. this spell right here, the Mahalito, is our bread and butter for farming coins now. And because we have 2 of them, that essentially means we can kill a group of 12 coins in 2 casts, because it's like 1 group per Mahalito. And that's the next thing we're actually going to do after this short commercial break, because I gotta go pee. So that's the first RNG heavy gate of the run, is getting to level 5 as quickly as possible. We'll let this music play, I'll be right back. Grab a coffee drink. If anybody has any questions up until the level 5 part of this run, please drop them in chat and I'll answer when I get Alright, thanks for waiting. Yeah, feel free to interject at any time if you have questions, comments, concerns. Just doing something real quick. Thanks, Fireman. And hey, anything else? I'm doing okay. We're doing a tutorial here for Wizardry 1. So we hit level 5. You do indeed become a mighty sorcerer, or at least a mage. And not very mighty, but it's fine. We're just going through a tutorial for the Shardcore 20 runners for both the run and basic game mechanics. So we're up to the level 5 part, which is usually, if you don't get terrible coin luck, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. You'll notice we have 5,700 XP. The way the XP works in this game when you successfully win a combat is there's a base XP value everything gets, or everything gives you when you kill it, and it's divided among your party. So if your party is 1, like our mage now is, they get all the experience instead of a sixth of it. And now that we can destroy a quick 2 coin packs, or technically one coin encounter, I should say. That's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go back to level 2. Feel free to follow along with the maps and all that stuff, and the text guide. Back to level 2, we're just gonna go back to where we were before. This is where I like to farm. Hit camp there to park, and B is the camp button, that's how you park a quick save. And now the second RNG part of the run, getting more coins. Getting a lot of slimes. I'll just reset that. We're back here like nothing ever happened. So yeah, I had a surprise round there. If you have a surprise round, you can't cast spells. I think I mentioned that already, but I'm just double mentioning it. So yeah, get used to hearing that sound for quite a while. It might drive you crazy. It used to be my host sound. And then when I started grinding this game, I had to change it so that I wasn't getting hosted or it didn't sound like I was getting hosted every 20 seconds. So friendly group of small objects, again, is the coins. We want that. So we're gonna go to spells. So Mahalido is an advanced form of the Halido spell that hits everything in a group for decent damage. These things have next to no HP. So just cast Mahalido, hold right. Or any direction. Navigate, Mahalido. Bam. Now we're gonna go back to town because we have no level 3 spells left. Are you in my Discord, Cactor? I'm gonna pin it after we're done with it. So we're gonna go back to town. You have to stay at the inn to both get your spells back and level up. And since we killed the coin pack, we gained 2 more levels, so we're level 7 now. Shitty health rolls, not that big of a deal. Alright, so now we have access to level 4 spells. Which we have Dalto and La Halido. Dalto is just stronger, I think? I don't remember offhand. They're both, like Mahalido, they're both group damage spells. I think certain enemies have like base resistances to shit like that. Like fire giants, Mahalido, La Halido are fire spells. Maybe it does less damage to them, I don't know. But Dalto is like an ice spell, so it's good. Now, this is really, really good, because we have 3 of those and 3 Mahalidos. Level 3 spell up here. And it's good because that's 6. So with 6 casts and 2 packs per fight, we can win 3 more fights. We're trying to get to just under 50,000 XP. It's like 49,779 or something. We'll just call it 50. So our next goal is to get to level 9, which is 50k XP. Which is basically 3 more coin packs. Because we've already killed 2. I think. I think it's 3 more. And if not, you can kill like another little small group of shit if you need to. But so back Back to ye old coin grind. Park save. No encounters. Okay, so let's reset. There's other doors you can go to. Like I said, I'm just gonna use that door for the purpose of showing the resets off a lot. I believe Vraelis or somebody mentioned that it was a 5% chance to get a coin fight. I don't remember offhand, or I don't know if that's true. It seems like it's true. They're pretty rare. Anyway, like I said, this is gonna be dropped in the Discord when we're done here. So if you're not a part of the Discord, feel free to join. We do a lot of speedrun stuff there. Good community we're building here. Everybody's helping each other out. It's pretty great. Alright, see. 2 is poisoned. That's bad. So reset. And that fight never happened. Because you can save scum, technically every run is finishable. It's just that the bulk of the run is how long does it take to level 13. And if you don't get Machinito at level 9, we'll get into that later, then it's a bit of an issue. Hopefully we'll just get it, and that'll be great. Also, you see how my class is evil now? Because we were fighting the friendly groups, the mage turned into an evil character, because you're beating up on things that don't want to fight you. Relatively useless mechanic for the run, but it makes sense in other games why they have it. Normally good and evil people can't travel together, but there's a workaround for that. I don't need to show off that workaround because we're not adding anybody else to the party. So it's once you drop the fighter at level 5, it's solo mage the rest of the game. And conversely, if you leave enough friendly groups alone, you'll revert back to good. You can't change to neutral, and you can't change out of neutral, so if you're already neutral, fighting or leaving is irrelevant. It's just a matter of do you want to fight the thing, or do you want to, like, gain safe passage through the... Yeah, we're not having that. A surprise round where you get paralyzed? Yeah, that's instant rip. So, yeah, RNG gate number 2 is getting enough coin packs to kill, or to get enough XP to get to level 9. There's a lot of this. The bulk of the run is entering and exiting these doors and trying to kill coins. You could, like, Dalto a pack of zombies, too, at some point. It's not nearly as lucrative as killing the coins. But yeah, basically you have no recourse to fix anything, because you don't have any heal spells, you don't have any, like, items. You just have to not let combat settle if a bad thing happens. So yeah, there's 2 big RNG gates in the beginning, like I said. One is kind of like character creation, but it's, you know, eventually you'll just take a character and go with it. But the first coin pack that gets you to level 5, you know, that's an RNG gate, and then you need 4 more to get to level 9. RNG gate. We could be here a while. And again, if you're just concerned about finishing a run, that's fine. We don't need to go blazing fast here. Weird humanoid. Yeah, weird humanoids are zombies. It's like the unidentified form, as it were. Where are the coins at? I'm glad we're not timing this. This would be. I would have reset this run a while ago. Just due to lack of coins. Occasionally, you can get encounters randomly like that. You can also get random encounters that don't have closed chests, just walking around, or you can, like, spin in place. and you can get encounters and stuff. Those encounters don't have chests. Doesn't matter because we don't need any items other than the staff that we bought and the special items that we're gonna get later if I ever hit, excuse me, level 9. I hit run and it didn't run. I'm just instantly gonna reset that because we're probably gonna get paralyzed in that, or poisoned in that situation. We can't have that. So yeah, this game is all menuing and RNG. That's it. There's no like difficult tricks you gotta pull off. There's no weird stuff. Like it's just RNG and menuing. I consider walking through the dungeon menuing. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Where the fuck are the coins? Maybe the longest tutorial ever, because I just can't get any coins. You saw the split second there, it said I was paralyzed. Yeah, we're not having that. This is one of the longest coin droughts I've ever seen. And again, if you're going for a really good time in the game, you probably would have like reset the entire run a while ago. It's because of how this second coin grind is going, which is, you know, terrible. Wow, this is bad. Dry my hand here. A little sweaty. It's like super dry in this room. I have a hygrometer over to the right here, and it's 16% humidity. I think that's kind of low. Alright, small objects. Good. So now, we'll use Mahalito. They summoned a monster, that's good, that's just more XP. Mahalito again. 1000 XP. Save. So now we have 28,000, so we need 2 more packs of coins to hit level 9. Whoops. I surprised them and tried to run, and it didn't run. You would think if I surprised something and then ran, that should be a 100% chance. But it is not. Because this game hates me. So we still need 2 more coin packs, like I said. And RNG gate number 2 will be done. And then the next one is, do you get Machinito or not? And we're gonna save state at that point. You can't do that in the run, obviously. You can't save scum what spells you get, I don't think. So when I hit level 9, we're gonna just save state and rest at the end until I get all the spells, just so I can show what the rest of the run is supposed to look like. Wow, this is an awful run. Or it would have been an awful run if I were timing it. So yeah, I still need 2 more coin packs. I'll actually leave these guys alone. Because they weren't the door encounter, so. still a lot more to this run. Like, this is some of the worst RNG I've, like, ever seen with the coin grind. Alright, so they surprised us, that's good. And it doesn't matter, really. We got coins. Got one more Mahalito on that group. We cast Dalto on the other group. Wipe all them out. Let's see, let's look at our dude. Yeah, one more coin pack, and we'll be at level 9, or able to get level 9. Alright, so we got a quick save. Let me take some water here. So one more coin pack, like I said, and then we'll be done with grind number 2. I guess grind number 1 is the first coin pack. It's not really a grind, since you just fight one thing. But it's grindy enough. Small objects, beautiful. It started out shitty, but we got 2 within, you know, a minute there. That's good. Cast Alto, kill all the things. Camp so that we don't lose that XP. Ouch. So we're gonna go back home. Let's thank you for the host. You're just in time for me to save state, scum, getting Makanito. So at this point, we have the XP to get to level 9. We are 7, so we're going to level up twice at the end. I'm parking a save state here to show some of what can and can't happen. Alright, so there's 8, or level 8. And there's level 9. So we learned new spells, yay. Did we learn the right spells? We did. So if you see this configuration, this is also in Vraelis' notes, 97533. That means you got Makanito and you're ready to go. You're ready to run out the door, fuck some shit up. This will not happen in the first few runs you do. I will guarantee that. If you get a first run Makanito, I might award you a bonus point. I'm not going to do that, but... So we have Modalto, which is just a bigger Dalto, a bigger damage spell. Makanito is the bread and butter for the rest of this run. Because we got it at level 9, that's as fast as we can get it for the speedrun. And it lets us do the next grind right off the bat. If you don't get Makanito at level 9, say you got Memorless and Modalto but not Makanito, you can go fight a couple more coins. Let's see where we're at XP-wise here. You could go kill 3 more coin packs and a couple mooks and hit level 10, and you can get Makanito at level 10. It's not ideal, but you can still salvage a run. It won't be a fast run, but it's a run. And yeah, you don't have to go through reset hell trying to get Makanito. Because if you don't get Makanito and you're trying to get a sub 20 or sub 30, the run might be dead at that point. But for this competition, I don't expect people to put up, 20-minute times. And yeah, I was gonna get into that too, Raelis. It's also possible that you'd get 2 of these 3 spells. Like, say you got Makanito and Modalto, you'd only have 2 points. So you can only cast it twice. The problem is, we need to cast it 3 times to get to level 13 to kill 10 giants. That's the next thing we're doing, is gathering some items and going to kill the giants. If you have 3 Makanitos, you're blessed. If you don't, you can still go down and do all the things and get to the giants, and kill like 7 to 8 of them with your 2 casts. Go back to town, recharge your spells by staying at the inn, and then go back out and kill another pack of giants to get you what you need. And then go back to town, hit level 13, and we'll get to that, in a few minutes. Give me 1 second, I gotta look at something here. Yo, Slackinator. G fucking G on the Ninja Gaiden insanity run that you did. For those who didn't see it, I retweeted it yesterday. Slackinator, this fucking mad lad, beat Ninja Gaiden 100% damageless. He didn't take a single hit. You know, no, and that makes the run harder because no D-boosts. You know, having to dodge everything in the game, having to get the quick head kill, having good shrimp RNG. Like that was a fucking run, dude. Absolutely amazing. So we're doing a tutorial for Wizardry 1. We're about halfway through it, I would say. I'm kind of like putting a video to the notes here, because Vralis did a nice text and map, like visual map guide, but I'm kind of slowing it down a bit and showing off the mechanics of the game, so you know what to do, you know what'll happen, and etc. There's more to the game than just the run. It's pretty deep. The whole franchise is. And since it's in Shardcore 20, and like nobody's played it, I wanted to do at least like a Kickstarter kind of tutorial here to get you into the game and understanding what's going on. Take a quick breather and check something on my phone real quick. Okay. Alright, so we just got all this, the Machinado spell. So now there's a couple things we gotta go get. And on that map, or on that the link there, the Google Sheets, there's maps. So we're gonna go down towards the step 2, get Malor, the Giants grind. So we're gonna follow that map. We're basically gonna go all the way to level 10. Or floor 10, whatever you wanna call it. The first thing, this first map, you can't really see it. I'm pointing at it, but you're not gonna see my pointer. It says follow the path to get a key. So we're gonna follow that path to get a key. It's a very simple path. Out here, turn here, up through the door, all the way to the end. There's a secret wall here, you kind of saw it a little bit. This game has secret doors. Yeah, glitchless no Haman means you can't do the Giants grind and you can't instant kill Wordna. It's a challenge category, I would say. It's much harder. Anyway, you don't need to care about any of this. Just search, get the key. Now that we have the key, we're actually gonna go back down to level 2, where we just were. This way. So now they're back at level 2. We're gonna go get the statue. This is the statue-looking map. If anybody's following along with maps, you go to this door, you turn left, turn right, open. At this point, we just want to run from everything and avoid getting poisoned and etc. 1 second. Alright, so go through this door, the hallway, door, turn left, turn right. This is a forced encounter. We're gonna run from it until we get something easily killable. I mean, technically these are all easily killable, but I don't want to waste any spell points because I'm silly like that. Okay, whatever. I don't care about the damage. In here, take the statue. So now we have what we need to get to the secret, or not secret, I guess. We have what we need to get to the elevator to get to floor 9 and 10. So those are the only 2 items we really pick up in the entire game, I think. Now we're gonna go back from whence we came. Into this door. And this kind of wraps around like a spiral. Try some monsters. Good. Run. Just quick save. Alright, so that's a nice big spiral. Take the stairs. It does it. I usually just hit camp anyway, just so I did it. So this is a very important part of the run. It's a short trek through this level, but so we're facing north as we come out of here. This is like the little rectangular map on the right, under the statue. If anybody's looking at the sheet right now, just I can't edit it, but whatever. So let me make sure I didn't accidentally turn around. So we're facing north, and that's the coordinate spell to do Mapic. So we're facing north, we want to be facing south, so we're going to turn around. Heading down. You come out here, it's going to say turn left. You turn right. Go up here, it's going to say turn left. You don't turn. Up here it says turn right, you don't turn. Right before the next intersection, which is right here, that's a pit. And it fucks everything up. This is a secret door. Secret door to the next floor, which is the one to the left of this on the map. Bottom text. What's going on, Annabin? You memeing? Hope you're having a good, whatever today is. Wednesday. Alright, so now we're here. I already turned right, so we're gonna go down this hallway. Door, door, right, door. That's good. Door, door. Turn right, secret door. Take a step, turn right, secret door, secret door. I don't know if they're all secret doors or not, but... So now we're on floor 6. We're gonna turn right. Secret door, door, turn left, door, turn right, up, turn left, turn up, door. We would not normally be able to get here without the key and the statue that we picked up. So, like I said, those are the two items that we really need. I guess, technically the amulet at the end of the game is pretty important too, but... As far as progressing to that point goes, you only need the key and the statue to beat the entire game. We're gonna hit F. I'm gonna pick a quick save just for the hell of it. Let's see where we're at here. I'm gonna turn left. I'm gonna go through this door, and behind this door lies some powerful shit. What we're gonna hope for is a friendly group, and then we can just leave and not have to fight them. Okay, boom. Didn't have to fight them. Now in this room, oh god. Okay. Down in that corner there, there's a chute. Now we're in level 10. So it gives you the clue, Contra Dextra Avenue, P.S. Trevor sucks. Trevor is the guy. He's the guy. Word is the final boss. But yeah, if you were to play this, like, casually, that clue is very helpful. Contra Dextra Avenue, because if you look at the map at the very bottom, all these, like, twisty twirly thingies. You see there's, like, numbers, so, like, you start at 0, you walk through this little snaky pit, and then there's a 0 and a 1. If you go to the 0, it teleports you back to 0. The good thing is you can go back to town, if you needed to, and you just get back to where you were before. But anyway, yeah, if I walk into that square that way, it brings me back to town. At this point, we don't want that. We're gonna quick save. We're gonna go to this door. This is the next big RNG gate in the game. If anybody has any questions about what I did up to this point, please ask them now, because we're gonna be farming giants for probably 20 minutes. This is how this has been going. I guess a minimum item run would technically be 3 items, the key and the statue, and then the amulet at the end of the game, because you have to bring the amulet back to, well, could you bypass? That's a good question. For Alice, could you bypass the key and the statue if you had Malor? to get like past whatever that point is in the map progression. I mean, obviously you need to do the level 13 grind without giants, but so you could theoretically do a 0 item run other than the amulet. The ribbon, huh? Can you Malor past where you would need the ribbon? I'm not familiar with like the ribbon route as well as I should be probably. Yeah, the amulet, you have to bring the amulet back to town. And that's the win condition. And the amulet casts Malor, so you just Malor your way back to town. So yeah, I guess you wouldn't buy the sword or the staff in the beginning. Ooh, that'd be a challenge run because you'd still have to power level a mage somehow. There'd be a lot of coin farming or Murphy farming, either way. Anyway, so this is like each of the doors in this. If you're looking at the map, the big level 10 shit at the bottom. Each of these doors is an encounter. They're the guardian fights. Normally you're supposed to go through, kill each guardian, in order, and then get to Word and then kill him. We're only going to be looking for giants at this point. I'm just going to do this until we get one to show up. This part is going to be reset fucking city. Because there's two different types of giants that we want to find. We won't always know which one we found because we don't have the spell that like identifies monsters, so. And just in case I royally fuck up, we're gonna park a save state here. I know save scumming. I wanna just have like a backup in case this fucks up. So we need to kill 10 giants. 2 fire giants. Those are the ones we can kill, right, Varilis? I forget exactly which 2 of them we can kill. But there's only 2 of them, and we need more than that. Alright, so this is good. We don't know which ones they are. I'm just gonna parry, because you can't spell on the first turn. So we're gonna cast Machinito and hope it's the right pack of giants, because a 4-pack of giants right off the bat like this is a really good start. So good that I'm gonna save state. You cast Machinito, giant perishes, 165,000 experience. We need to kill 10 giants. We just killed 4. So I'm gonna back out, hit camp, back here to reset the encounter. I always like overcamp. I'm paranoid, so I oversave. So go through the door and just keep going. We're 4/10 of the way there. This is probably the least fun part of this run. Because the giants need to spawn alone. It needs to be the right group of giants, like Frost or Poison. And we have to get combat initiative so they don't kill us. And we have to get 3 or 4 of them. 1 is not enough. And we have to do this until we get to 10. See, there's 4 giants there, and that might be good enough, but that cleric scares me. He can probably kill us if we don't kill the giants. So yeah, we use this as our farming spot. And basically, if anything happens, like if you don't get initiative, or... Ooh, this could be good. 8 of 10. Of course, in the tutorial, I'm getting, like, really good giant RNG. Ah, that's right. Glad Rails is here to help with these things. Oh god. We're not even gonna fuck with what that is. Not even gonna fuck with it. Alright, so yeah, we have a shitload of XP. We need 2 more giants. The ones that we want spawn in packs of 3 or 4, so if we see a 3 or 4 pack, we're good. Potentially. Yes, Cactuar. When you camp or do stuff like this, you quick save. I'm not, even if they come in 2 packs, I'm probably not gonna bother. Oh, well, we'll see. As long as the combat doesn't finish, Cactuar, it never happened. So. Pretty much if anything surprises us, it will kill us instantly, so we don't want that. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. Yeah. Before combat settles out. And that's for anything, like poison, paralyze, level drains, deaths, like, just reset when you see something go terribly awry. Like, if a group of giants surprised me, like, I could get lucky. But we're not, we're just gonna be super safe. They surprise me, run, or, reset instantly. They can miss, but I don't want to even attempt to fuck with that. I'm not that much of a masochist. Yeah, I never change the message speed, because you can just hold the directional button during combat. I know it's a little bit slower, but it's a lot safer. I never change the timing in my runs. The timer, I mean. That's just a baked-in safety, because I know if I put it on infinite or 250 or whatever the fast shit is, I will fuck it up somehow. And I know that for a fact, so we're taking that out of the equation. Alright, there's our giant grind. Yeah, I just hold right on the D-pad to skip through them. Alright, so there's our ticket home, or our ticket to next to home. We're gonna walk there. Woo! Killed our 10 giants tech. Oh, we killed 12 giants. So now we're level 13. I don't know if you can fail to get Malor here. I think you can fail to get multiple casts of it. We level up. We have 3 Malors, which is great. We don't have regular Haman. Is Mahaman good enough? It has the same... I don't remember if it had the same, like, blessings or whatever. Well, I'll park another save state, we'll just try it. Alright, so now we're gonna get frisky. So we're actually very close to the end of the run. Next thing we do, now that we have Malor, we're ready to go kill Werdna. So we're gonna cast Malor, which is a teleport spell. A quick thing to note, even though we're on 0-0, what we're inputting here is coordinates that we're moving, not coordinates that we're moving to. So we're moving east 8 tiles and down 8 floors. If we weren't on 0-0, these numbers would be different. Because this is just... You're not, like... Hopefully that made sense. Because you're not going... This isn't inputting your destination, it's inputting the moves to your destination. So then, once we teleport, we're here. Which is 8, whatever it is, 8 east, 0 north on the 8th floor, or 9th floor. Right. Right, Cactuar, that's a good way to put it. So, Malor has a second function, and it's still a teleport. But if you're in a combat... Are we fighting you? If you're in a combat, you can cast Malor, and this is another potential RNG spot. It can fail, that'd be bad. it fails, you reset instantly. Because we'll probably just get blasted by these unseen entities. Boop, boop, boop-a-doo. So you cast Malor. We go very slow through here. Alright. I gotta figure out where we are. I don't think Dumapic works here. Yeah, it fizzles. It teleported us into Wordness Chamber. So that's like the best RNG you can get. So what happened there was, when you cast Malor in combat, if it works, it teleports you to a random location on the same floor, but for whatever reason it doesn't put you on floor 9, it puts you on floor 10. And what we just did is bypassed all of the Guardian fights. So if we had like a bad Malor and it just dumped us in the first room, you'd have to kill all 6 Guardians to get to this point. Or if you get super lucky like I did, we're in Wordness Chamber. We actually have to go through this door, and then back through the door the other way to trigger the combat. The wizard is in. Oh god. That was good. Alright. Can we stop with the surprising? Jesus, I just want to fight Wordna. Yeah. Knowing the layouts of what rooms are what can help you identify where you are in terms of where you are on level 10. Because they have different sizes and other such things. But this is the only room that has the door in the corner like this. We're gonna let this music play for a second, because it's fucking amazing. And you usually don't get to hear it. Those cat jams going. This is the final fight of the game. We actually had pretty good giant RNG in this tutorial run. We're gonna let this play for a minute. Because normally you just blast them with a certain spell. So we surprise them, and in surprise rounds you can't cast spells, so we're just gonna parry. No point trying to fuck with anything. So now we're gonna use a spell called Mahaman, which gives you a certain like number of blessings that you can pick from. I gotta do something real quick. And one of the things you can do if this works right, A, we have to get this cast off before we get killed. And B, we need to get the right thing to show up, the right boon, which is teleport the monsters. Because that basically instantly wins the fight. So you can one-shot this entire fight. Which is what we're gonna hope for. Alright. Yeah, so there's 3 things we can do. Teleport enemies wins the game, basically. We're gonna use it. So it costs a level to use that, so now we're drained and we're level 2. Here's the amulet. You go in your inventory, you use the amulet. You go 17 west, 3 south, 10 up. GG. Time ends right there. You get this nice happy music. It's so good. The music in this game is surprisingly fucking amazing. But that is a slow walkthrough of the run. I'll try to do like an actual run. Or at least a couple attempts. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we did in this run? I'm gonna Mark a highlights in order to cut the VOD. Yeah, I got a chevron. You wish you had a chevron.